Hey guys, this is Techo Freak here. Welcome to another video by me. What is it this time? Well, I'm going to do something a little different this time. Usually I'm either doing tutorials for custom stories for Amnesia, or I'm doing some Minecraft related stuff. Well, today I'm going to be doing some Amnesia stuff. But what will I be doing? Well, today I'm going to do, I guess you could say, kind of a live kind of thing, or streaming. I'm just gonna record myself doing some of my coding. Yeah, just doing some of my coding, and I'm gonna work on a map that I've been working on now for a while, and I just want to kind of show you guys how I work in an actual map, because I'm working with tutorials this time. Around this time, but you know, I just want to give you guys a feel for what it's like, how I do it, and how I do things, and yeah. So I'm going to be doing this live and just work on this kind of stuff, live action, I guess you can say. So I kind of don't have any plans right now. I'm just throwing out a bunch of words. I'm not really focusing on anything right now. I'm hoping to do these like 20 minutes every now and then, maybe do some coding in the background and while the next episode comes out and stuff. But I was holding back working on this map. It's been a really long time since I've worked on this map. I would say like several months, maybe 3+ months. And I've been meaning to get back into it, but due to some school-related stuff, I've been pretty busy. So I'm actually going to start getting back into it now, and I'm actually planning on having it done within 2 weeks. There's not too much left, and I'm hoping I can finish it, kick out all the bugs, and even add some secret stuff, like create some secret rooms in Amnesia. I have a lot planned. Hopefully I can do this all within 2 weeks. I'm going to do not too much now, but next week I should be pretty free, and I should be able to give you guys some more videos, and do some more of these maybe, and hopefully finish this map, release it, and let you guys try it out and see what we accomplished. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. Just looking at my coding, and I'm just seeing this thing right here, and I'm not sure what this is doing here. This was part of my template that I made for you guys, but I'm not quite sure why that's there. So let me just explain to you guys where I am now. I can't really explain the whole story because it's pretty long. So far, I got about 20 minutes of gameplay going here. This is just one map out of the I think 3. This is floor 4. So there's 3 before this, and there's also 2 more rooms. So about 6 maps possibly. Yeah. So far I've made some rooms here. You start here, you travel through this passageway, so you get into a room over here, to get some stuff to go back through here and travel through a different path. Eventually you go through this path and you end up coming through here. You get here and you find the key for a door somewhere else, and then you use that key to get back over here to the main hallway. There's some more stuff here that I kind of don't want to talk about, though. You follow some barrels. Actually, I hadn't even talked about what the map's about, even. I should probably talk about that, too. So then you end up here, and then you enter a boss's room. Yes, a boss. So, my map, originally I named it, when I first started, The Night of the Living Barrels. I kind of wanted a cliche name, just to, like, add a little bit humor, just, because it's barrels, and you're just like, what? Night of the Living Barrels, what? And it was just a goofy, cliche name, but I decided to change it up and name it something else. It's now named In the Time of the Barrels. I'll probably put a link in the description to my main page of some pictures I took and some descriptions that I wrote to it. But it's just a story about a guy who got kind of locked up by some barrels that have been brought back to life. And he's just trying to make it out alive. And he decides to build the courage to find the God Barrel, which is the leader of all the barrels, and I can show you him right here. You can see this is a normal sized barrel, and this is God Barrel here in his throne, being all cool like. So Yeah, and he just and some way, and then along the way he discovers that he's the chosen one, and he has some special abilities that he doesn't know about just yet. Up to this point, he does not yet, but he is starting to learn about some secret powers that he has that he never knew he really had. So it's pretty interesting. It was just a simple story. I wasn't expecting to include story into this, so it was just kind of thrown together midway through the development of it. Yeah, I think that sums up about most of it. This is where you enter him and meet him for the very first time. So I was looking at my script from a while ago. I'm just trying to refresh my memory of what I was doing, because at one day without looking at my script, we're doing halfway through, I'm confused already. Imagine months now. And I was looking at some the last thing I did is right here. The way I write my code, I've been moving to some neater code writing. This is some pretty old code, and I've actually started moving to some nicer looking stuff. Actually, I don't like how this looks. If you go to language and you hit C and you go to C and do C++, you get a nicer looking thing like this. It just highlights most of the key elements here. So we have a lot of stuff going on. As you can see, there's 200, 300 lines of code, close to like 600. Yeah, about 600. This is the very start of the map. I started from the bottom, and I just start writing up. So if like say up here, let me just scroll all the way up. This is a lot to scroll up. Here's where I would write all the functions. I would move these functions upward. All this stuff here is just you're kind of declaring the function. I shouldn't be teaching you these things because I'm just supposed to write code, but I don't know. I find it pretty interesting. I'm writing up my code, and I'm putting new functions, and then I'm saying what those functions are doing right on top of the last one I wrote. So then it's just constantly putting code on top of code. But then when you want to go like from beginning to end on this, so if I want to see the very first things I did, progressing to the map, I could just scroll down. But by doing what I did, I go down, up. But see, if I was to do it the other way, which I have for one of my maps, I was trying it out just to see how it feels like. It's really annoying after you get hundreds of lines of code, because then if you want to declare a new function, you have to scroll all the way up to declare it here, to then come all the way back down to write the new function. Although if for viewing purposes and maybe debugging, it's very helpful, but then it's also a lot more work on your part, because then you have to be scrolling up and down and up and down and up and down. When I'm right here, I could just go ahead and type in the whatever function, and then declare what it's going to do. Well, I mean, declare the function up here, and then say what it's going to do right here. And I'm just going to be going with the same format I was before, just because it's like this now. And plus, it's just easier on me. And I'm going to do some other tweaks. And yes, I use Notepad++, and could use like Eclipse, but I will be moving to Eclipse hopefully soon to work with my Amnesia stuff. But I so far I've been liking Notepad++. It gives you more of a like development type of feeling, and it's just pure code. And yeah, so I say we start now because I've been talking for too much. Yeah, like I was saying, first thing I set is as I ran this function called slowdown. Let's go ahead and look up to where I said slowdown. Actually, if I just double click slowdown, it will show me wherever else I use it, so I don't even have to bother looking for it. Alright guys, I am back. I'm having some interruptions, it might get noisy, I don't know. Like I said, this is very unprepared, and it's just, you know, it's not going to be the best thing. I'm going to try and make it more prepared sometime soon. Yeah, so I believe we're just starting. I was just explaining where I was last part. So basically, this is where you walk. The last part I was up to is you got through the rest of the thing, and now you're at the main place. And you just stepped in, and there's this script area just hanging out over here. And you're going to pass through it, and it's going to activate some stuff. So, I was looking for the slowdown function, and I found it here. And then it's in the map, the script area is named Enter King. So if you see, I clicked here, and it's called Enter King. and it's going to apply to the player. When the player interacts with this, it's going to do all this. Is going to do whatever I tell it to do. And here, I am saying that I'm setting the door closed. So when the player walked into this room, he left the door open behind his back. So when the player walked into his room and he left the door open behind his back, actually, wait, give me a second. I need to check something. I'll let you guys see it. Just want to make sure you guys can see my cursor. Let me see. No cursor is checked. Let me uncheck that. I'll pause the video. I'll stop the video and continue in a sec. Alright. I am hot again. And, yeah, I believe you guys should be able to see my, cursor now. It was off. It was, yeah. I don't know. Sorry about that, guys. Again, very unprepared, very random day to do this. Yeah. So let's get back where we were. So there was this area called Enter King, and I declared it here. When the player interacts with Enter King, it will run the function slow down, and I voided the function, or I ran the function down here, slow down, and I'm going to run some stuff in here, and the stuff in here is set swing door closed, and basically if the player walked in and the door was open, it will set it completely closed. So exactly how it looks right here is exactly how it will end up after he walks into that area. So, you know, I can set the door locked, but if he left it open, then it will stay locked in its open position. So, you know, it wouldn't make sense and it'll look a little strange. So I want to make sure that it's closed, and then it will be locked. As you can see here, the door is named door 6, and here it's called door 6. And I'm saying that yes, it is true that it will be locked and everything like that. Next, I'm playing some action. I played some action music, I guess I could say. I'm not sure what song it was or what audio track it is. I don't recall, but it's playing some action music. Then I'm changing the player speed here. I'm using a float variable. So if you're using a decimal, typically you would use an F at the end to indicate that it's a float variable. And I'm just setting the player's move speed to something slower, so that he can slowly approach the boss of all bosses and the bad guy up there. And lastly, I'm doing start player look at. So when he steps in there, the player will look directly at the god barrel up there, and then he will slowly begin to walk, because the speed is slowed. I haven't actually tested how fast that is. Normal speed is 1, so it's pretty slow. I think I might kick it up a little bit. I'm not sure yet. I think I'm going to leave it like that for the moment, and I'll be testing it hopefully at the end of this. And then you'll slowly walk until you get to the next area. So, yeah, so that's about as far as I got several months ago, and I want to hopefully finish this. So, I'm just going to start working now. I'm just going to talk through what I'm doing, and that's how I'm going to do it, just so you guys can get a little bit of knowledge and you don't see me just typing and not knowing. So, alright, so I'm going to, the plan was to have these lights light up. They are, let me see, they are lights, are there 2 here? Let me check. Yes, there is 2. Okay, so I put 2 in exactly the same place. One, just checking. One of them is not lit, and the other one that's there, as you can see, _2, is in fact lit, and that one is not active. So the one that's lit is not, the one that isn't is active. So you can see it, but it's not lit, and then when you walk through here, basically they're just going to swap. What I want is to swap so that so that the one that's not lit disappears and the one that's lit appears, so then it gives you the effect that they turned on as you're walking through this area here. But really, you're just replacing them with one that's lit. So the way it's looking is light 2 and then light 1 underscore 2, light 1 and then light underscore 1, I assume. Yes, I see that's the pattern for all of them. Light 3, light 1 underscore 4, so it's 1, 2, and it's 3. I'll just have to be checking these and doing them. Alright, so let's go over here. Actually, we have to check over here. So this is just name script area 9. We want to name that based on what's going to happen. So I'm going to give it an abbreviation, maybe app light, so like approach light. Yeah, approach light and then 1, because there's going to be multiple ones. So then I'm going to click here. I'm going to do the same thing, app light. I'm going to do 2. Move on. Next, app light 3. Actually, I should be hitting enter on these guys. Doesn't make too much of a difference, but I don't know, it's just a habit of mine, hitting enter after typing them in. Alright, so we named them all app light 1, 2, and 3. So let's go ahead and start with 3 and declare this function here. Let's see, where can I find some good space? So we can do an entity collide, and this is basically what we're going to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this. Add entity collide callback. The player is the entity. He will interact with this script area over here. So I wanted to interact with the app light 1. So I'm going to go ahead and type in app light 1 here. And now I'm going to name the function that's going to be declared in the script. So I want it to be called light up 1, I guess, in the actual script. So light up 1, and that will be true. And now I'm going to do the same thing for the other 2 script areas. So I'm going to go ahead and paste 2 more, because there's 2 more areas over here. So this is going to be app light 2, and there's going to be light up 2, app light 3, and light up 3. I'm also going to maybe have some background music in this video, just because, you know, it'll make it a bit more entertaining. Yeah, and I'm sure you guys don't want to just hear me talk all the time, but I'll keep it low so you guys can still be able to hear me. Okay, so there's app light 1, 2, 3, light up 1, 2, 3. So now let's actually declare these functions. So it's just going to be a standard parent-child function. So I'm going to be using this exact syntax, I guess you can say. I'm just going to copy this and then make some space for me to input it here. I'm going to hit enter, curly brackets, enter, enter, curly brackets. Leave some space for me to type in here. I'm going to edit this and put light up 1. What's it called? So since you declared, so this is the name in the map. This is the name you're going to use. You named it in the function. This is the function you declare. So since this is your script name, and this is so basically this is your script name, and this is your map name. So this is what it is in your map, and this is what it will be in your script. So 1, 2, and 3. So light up 1, and I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this guy and just paste it right under, and then do the same thing. Paste it right there. Saves me time, saves me effort. Don't have to type all of that because I could really care less. And then light up 2. So light up 1, light up 2, and light up 3. There we go. Now that we have that, we can start working with what we wanted to do. So light up 1. So now we can actually start doing what we want to happen in this area in app light 1, or as I renamed it, light up 1. I wanted to just light up the torches there. So the ones that are active are light 1 and 2. So I want to make those unactive and activate the ones that I want. So here I like to hit tab just to indentate it so everything's not pushed up against the I guess the wall that you can call it. And just like I did with all of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and look for a function. It's set entity active right here. I mean, I could have typed that too. It's too much work, and I don't want to mess up any of my syntax. I mean, how it's spelled. I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and use that, and I'm going to name it light 1. And as you can see over here, it's named light 1, and that's the one that's active, and that's the one that's not lit. And I want to switch. I want to remove that one, and I want the other one to appear that's lit. So I'm going to set it inactive. To do that, I'm going to do set entity active, light 1, and then instead of true, because I don't want it to spawn, I want it to be false. So it's going to be false, and it's going to disappear. And then I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this code and put it here, and then name this 2. So let me just double check this. This is going to be 3. It's going to be 4. This is going to be 5, and this is going to be 6. So we can pretty much just do the same thing for the other 2. So let's tab here and paste it there. Tab here, paste it there. And then just change this to 3 and 4. And then same thing with this one here, 5 and 6. Let me check my recording time. It's about 20 minutes already. Alright. Hopefully I can get this up to the big main part there. So light 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They are inactive now. So if you were to play the map, what will happen? They will just disappear and just be gone. But that's not what I want. I want 2 others to appear. So now I want that the other one that's inactive, as you can see, as soon as I'm able to click this, there, this one's not active, but I want to set it active, is _1, and this one is _2. So I will do that. So I'm just going to copy this exact same thing. Hit copy, go down, paste it there. So then light 1 _1. And this is going to be light 1 _2. But I want it to spawn, so I'm going to change it from false to true. And same thing with this one, from false to true. So now I'm going to do exactly the same thing for the bottom ones, but I want to rename them to what the other ones are called. Now I'll just paste it here as well. So let's go ahead and check over here. So let's click it one more time. That's 1, 4, and this one's 1, 3. So should be the same deal here. So it's 3, and that is 4. So 3 and 4 for light up 2, and they are true. So now let's do it for the last ones. As you can see, this is why I like copying and pasting. It saves me a bunch of time. See, this is the difference between a lit and a non-lit. The lit looks like this. The non-lit looks like this. So let's go ahead and see what these are called. 1, 5, 1, 6. Alright, so this is going to be 5, and this is going to be 6. I just want to make sure that they're named correctly before I name the wrong thing and things don't work. So, so I'm going to go ahead and save. I like to save every time I do some small step in the thing. So, that's about the main thing I wanted to work on in the entering part. I will set up a kill area here up until the point where you reach the actual barrel guy. Yeah. So, when you reach this point, I want some more stuff to happen, not just this. I'm going to want some messages to display and these barrels to be flown across the map. Because basically the God barrel is going to say some stuff, and then they're just going to fly. I haven't decided what they're going to say yet. It's going to be something like, "What, you mean you let him escape?" And then they're going to be like, "Sorry, boss, we didn't mean to," and then they're just going to fly across. So I'll do the flying part where they'll just fly, away, and I think that'll be about it, because time is short, and hopefully I was hoping to work on some more stuff, but I'll see if I can work with some more stuff soon. So let's get started on that. So in the same area after you end up here, I want these guys to fly. So, but I want to wait. I want to put a timer for 5 seconds before they fly. So you go here, and your body's gonna stop, and then 5 seconds later, these guys are just gonna fly. So it gives me 5 seconds to input their speech, and I can always just change it to make it longer. So it's not a big deal. So light up 3, it would be so this one would be light up 3. So here's where we're going to input that code. So here's where the person's going to stop. So to do that is not too bad. So I'm going to hit Control F to find a certain function. I'm going to look for player. Sets. I guess set player. And I'm just gonna keep hitting next until I oh what? Damn it! Find sets player. And how is that set player health? Set player. I'm just looking for it myself. It's right here, anyways. Set player. I want to do set player run speed, and set player. Okay, here we go. This is a good thing. Okay, so I want to set the player move speed to 0. I want to set jump disabled, crouch disabled, and I think that'll be perfect. I should also include run speed in there. Or maybe I should too. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy that, and go ahead and toss it in here. If you guys are familiar with some of the code and you're probably wondering about that, I could use something called set player inactive, so you can't do anything. But then also, the problem with that is that the looking gets a little buggy. Like if you want them to look somewhere, where you kind of set them inactive, so you can't really set them to look somewhere. It's a little bit strange how it works. But yeah, just trust me for now. If I know anything else, I'll let you guys know. So I'm gonna put that right here, and I want the run speed to be 0. I mean the move speed to be 0, so he can't move. I want it to be disabled, so this to be disabled, so he can't jump. Because then if you can't move and you're just jumping, it's a little weird. So I want to set that true, and set the crouch disabled, so he doesn't crouch and teabag or something. And then I needed one more, and then I want to set the run speed to 0. So I'm going to copy that, because what happens is you can still run while you're not moving. Although I believe you stay in place because your move speed is 0, but you can still see your guy trying to run, and he like shakes a little. So we want to disable that too. So we paste that in here, and we hit 0. Yeah, 0. And I like that. Just out of organization, I'm gonna go ahead and move that right under move speed, just because it looks a little bit better to me. Okay. So the player is not completely stopped, and he's looking up like he's just looking at the barrel still from when he entered. It's the start player look at got barrel, so he's still looking at him from this whole walk. So I don't need to bother making him look at him. And now I want to make some time go by before he blows these barrels away. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's do that. Is not a big problem. So now we're going to add a timer. So to add this timer, I'm going to space it out and add a new function. So this one's going to be add timer. So I just want to look for it, and it was right there staring me in the face. Here we go. I'm going to copy this and just go ahead and paste this here. So it's I'm adding a timer. The timer is 5 seconds of length. You can also add a name for the timer, just like as a reference to yourself. But you can also just as easily leave that as empty. It's just for yourself to what timer is being used at this moment, so it helps you. But you can just as easily space it out, do 2 front slashes, and this will make this timed or something like that, and then just close it up with 2 more here, and it will make this time. And this will not be included in your code. When there's 2 lines like this, it will not be included in your code. So you can also do that, but I never really found a point for that. maybe in the future, just for more organization, I will include this. But at the moment, not yet. Maybe in the next part of the map when I get a bit more nicer with my code. And now you want to declare what the add timer function is going to be. So we're going to have to make something similar like this, and it's going to be a timer function. So I will name this, I guess, blow away. And even though there's only one blow away in all of this, I like to put a 1 at the end of it, of everything, even if there's just one, because now if I make a second one, I want that one to be 2. So, you know, I always like putting 1, even if it's the only one in the whole thing, unless it's something that's absolutely only going to be 1. So, yeah, or if it's like an original one, I'm not. I like to do 1 at the end, anyways. I mean, not the 1 at the end, anyways. Yeah. So, now that we have the timer set, we want to declare the function. So that's going to be done right. I like to declare it right beneath it. So I'm going to show you guys where I've used that. Right here. So this is the function, or am I confused? Add timer, as timer. No. Oh, that's right. I was doing it like this. Looking for a good place where I used it so I can demonstrate it and also use that for myself. Add timer. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. So here I said add timer. Same thing. Like, imagine this being the other scenario. It looks like I used it for 1 second, and I named the timer function gone. And as you can see, right beneath it, I put gone 1. And the only difference between declaring this one is here. This one's a parent-child function. This is like one of the main functions. This is just a timer function, and it will only act as a timer. So it's saying it was going to be activated by the timer up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and just copy the same thing here and bring it all the way up here. So I want to keep it together with the place where I declared it, just so I know where the timer was declared originally, and then paste it right there. I'm going to tab it out, so even these are going to be tabbed, and including the code. So it's just a bit more organization on my part, just so I can keep it together with the timers. Okay, so I'm going to remove what was originally set here, and remove this and use the one that I used up here. So I used blow away 1, and now I can declare functions just like any other one. So all this could have been written in a timer, but obviously I didn't want that to be a timer. This in another case, it's going to be a timer, and you can put any functions in here. So so now I said the timer would be 5 seconds. So like they're going to talk. It's probably going to be conversations longer than 5 seconds, but let's say it was 5 seconds after their conversation, they're going to just fly away. So they're going to get blown away by the God barrel. So that's what I want to happen here. And for that, I'm going to use something known as set prop impulse. So I want to open up a place where I use that, because I usually have the other ones open. And this one I didn't use it, so I'm going to use it now. And I think, is it RM1? No, that's room 1. So it's an FL1, 01. Yep. So set prop impulse. Let's look for that. Set prop. Next. Prop health. No. Impulse. Oh, no. Okay, so I'll just type in impulse. There we go. Add prop impulse. Okay, so I want to copy one of these. Okay, it's my lang. Okay, so I'm gonna paste that right into here. But so now it's going to be the item that I want the prop impulse to happen to, and the amount of force is going to be applied in every axis. So first let me copy this 3 times, because I want it to be 3 barrels. These 3 barrels, as you can see up here. As it's gonna be, I named this something pretty funny. It's called Nope 1, Nope 2, and Nope 3, because they're gonna get blast it away, and it's gonna be like, nope, be gone. So I'm gonna put that in here. Nope 1, nope 2, and nope 3. Now usually when you see these numbers, it usually goes by X, Y, and then Z. So it's going to be X, Y, Z. And how do we determine that? Well, we have to look at the map. So we're gonna have to figure it out. Usually, I just like to grab an item, and then you can see its X position, its Y position, Z. Y is obviously the green one up here. I believe I think blue is X. Let's see. Oh, it's actually Z. So Z is blue, and red is X. So the plan is to blast them this way off into that way. So I want it to go up and that way. So if I get a balanced number, what will happen? He'll just fly like at an angle, kind of like this. Instead of going up and like this, he'll just go like this if I put the same number for both of them. So that's going to be the Z-axis and the Y-axis. So we also have to see if he's going negative or positive. So if I'm moving back where I want him to move, the number decreases. So that means that we want him to move negative Z. So let's go ahead and note that down. This number is going to be negative. So I'll just put a little dash sign, which is for negative. And then I also want him to go up in the Y. So the Y is no problem. You know, down is down in the Y, and up is up in the Y. So that doesn't matter. I do want him to go up, so he will be going up. And the X, I don't want him to go left or right. I just kind of want him to go back. So I will put 0 for X. So that about sums up the values I have to put in here. So negative for all of these. The Y, I do want it to go up. And this will be 0 for all of them. So let me go ahead and put 0, 0, 0. So his X will not be moving, but his Z will definitely be moving, and so will his Y. So they're all named, and they're all to the world. So that was about all we needed to do, and that's about all for today's episode. I think I'm going to test it for you guys. Also, don't forget to save your map, a critical point. I just hit Control S. You can also just hit File Save. Alright, so I think I'm going to stay on the voice while I just start up Amnesia and start recording that. So so now I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how I put the stuff in the thing. So now I can minimize the stuff. And I want to go to where I have my maps. I keep everything in my external hard drive. You could do the same thing on a flash drive or whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. So as you can see, the name is like named something different. So it's not named in the time of the barrels, but it will be. So I'm gonna go ahead and just copy this. This is how I edit. I always edit it in my external, and I do backups onto my desktop. So I'm gonna go ahead and paste this onto my desktop. There. So I like to have a backup on my desktop before I actually test it. Then I'm going to pull up my Redis folder and custom stories, and then delete my old version from my last test and paste in the new one. So another change is I'm going to go into here and go to the custom story settings, and I want it to start from the floor that I'm on, FL1. 4. That map that I was on was FL4, and I wanted to start there. So I'm going to go ahead. See, as you can see, I named it something else. So now it will spawn in that place, and it will spawn in player start area 1. But I don't want it to start in 1. I want it to start somewhere else because I'm testing. So I'm going to start in 2, and then hit save. But there's no 2 yet, so we will create that right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to have to move it again now. So that wasn't very smart. Okay, so let me do that now. So I want it to be okay, I want it to be right here. So let me do player spawn area, player start area. Actually, there's already one named that, so I think I'm gonna have to move it. The height is at -4, by the way, so I'm gonna change it to 0. And I'm gonna paste it right. I'm gonna put that right here, and click right here. Move this up. Alright, so it's gonna spawn right there, and that's player start area 4. So I gotta change that. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Okay, let me go back. I'm gonna delete this from my custom stories folder, and I'm gonna go ahead and open up my external again, and I'm gonna recopy now that I modified it. Paste it in here and open it up again, and then I'm gonna edit this again and put FL4 and change the start area to 4 because that's where we made the changes in our map. So I'm gonna hit save, and that should be about it right now. Player start area 4. Okay. And that should be about it. We can start it up. So I'm gonna stay on the voice, but I am gonna stop this recording. And in the error sign, it just says expected semicolon. So it just says expected, and then it says semicolon. So I'm going to continue my recording again in a sec. You guys will probably see it in a sec. Here we go. Screen. Alright, here we go. Recording again. So that means we forgot. We probably just forgot a semicolon. So expected semicolon just means you forgot a semicolon somewhere. So instead of changing it in all of them, I kind of just want to do it in the test in the Redis folder where I put it, just because I know what the error is going to be, and I can fix that no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Maps, FL4. This is different from this FL4. Just noting that down, just making sure you guys know that. Let's change this so I can see this a little better. Alright, and let's see where we forgot our semicolon. We can highlight this now. So semicolons look good here. Semicolons everywhere. Forgot a semicolon somewhere. Colons. Right here. Start player look at God Barrel. I probably erased it. What happened? Alright. So now I can save this, and I edit this one in the Redis folder, so it should work in the Redis. It's in the version that's in my Redis folder. So I'm going to go ahead and start up Amnesia again. So I'm going to end the recording once again, and we got another error. Wow. Start player look at blah 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 blah. All right, so that same thing is an issue right now. So let me close it. So I don't think you guys can see the message, so I'm gonna stop the recording. Okay, we're back here. Wow, this video is taking too long because of all these annoying errors. So I think I still have Amnesia open at the bottom here. So let me check. So in my Redis folder, I have my maps, and I have FL4. In FL4, the semicolon is returned, and I see God Barrel 1. No, God Barrel. Let me make sure that's L. No. God Barrel. Start player look at. In Sneak 2. Whoa. Why is that there is my question. Okay. So let's look at my map file. Okay, player starter 4. So this is Enter King, and that is called Slow Down. But Sneak 2, why is that where Sneak 2 belongs? So let's see, D2, D1. Alright, so D is what I use to represent my sneak. So D2 is the map name, and D2 is Death 2. So Sneak. What's Sneak 2? Let's look for that. Alright, Sneak 2, and Sneak 2. That's going to be right here. Sneak 2, Sneaky Time. Okay, Sneaky Time, where is that? Anywhere here. Sneaky Time. Huh. Sleep area. Sneaky time 1. Is this here? Sneaky time 2. Okay. Okay, so that doesn't belong there. Okay, that makes sense. So I declared it twice. And that's what's causing the issue. So that was just a mistake from the last time I worked on it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. See guys, this is all about testing. And because I haven't worked on this in a while. I don't even think I tested it last time I worked. I just kind of assumed it worked. So, critical things about testing here. Alright, so now I'm going to save this up. And actually I saved it already. Map is good to go. Yeah, small. The head of that's good to go. Let me see if my Audacity recording's still going. Good. Okay, so again, I'm gonna stop the. Alright, guys, I'm back. Here we are in this huge palace with my ambience music going. As you can see, this door opens. And I'm gonna leave it open because I haven't crossed the script area that I did. Now I'm gonna cross it, and you're gonna see. So as you can hear the music pick up. Okay, so as you can see, these lights up here are not lit. The room is pretty nicely lit, and as I expected this. My run speed was too slow, and if I look, let me now keep going. And the door behind me, I think you guys might have caught it, but it also closed and locked at the same time. So if the player was to try and get out, he wouldn't be able to. So let's see these guys light up, just for the heck of it. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing with this video, guys. Lots of editing. I was hoping not to. There it goes. See? Alright, so this is far too slow. So I'm gonna stop the recording, go back and quickly change the speed just so we can get there a lot quicker. But yeah, as you can see, the action music kind of leads up to getting up there. Actually, I don't even think we're that far from now, so hopefully this doesn't last too long. That was a mistake on my part. I put it a tenth the speed of the normal speed of the player walks. Actually, you can even run, so I guess we can get there a bit faster. I put it a tenth the speed that the player can run, so that it's 0.1, so that's a tenth of 1, and he's running at a tenth the speed of the player. This side should have turned on as well. The music, I really like the music. I have no idea when I got this music because it was so long ago. So far, I'm liking the mapping. The place looks a little big in my opinion. So here we go, last light, and I'm going to completely stop and I will be unable to move. There we go. I can still run for whatever reason. Alright, so 5 seconds, boom, they all fly. How did they land? Oh, they landed exactly how they did before. So, wow, really cool. So I should probably add it to like 40, and I'm stuck like this to never change this so that the player can move again. But that's about it for today, guys. I really have to go. I'm getting too many distractions now, and I was hoping to have all the time for you guys. I will have a lot of free time in the following week. I'll try and upload this video today and maybe tomorrow, because I want to keep it as recent as possible. Yeah, next week I should hopefully be doing another one of these, or maybe sometime later today. I mean, this week I can work on something for you guys. Yeah, if you enjoyed this live scripting thing and you want to see more of it and just see how creative I am with my stuff, stay tuned and keep watching, guys. Alright, thanks for watching. See ya.